Hello, I'm Steve Rose. I'm the Chief Research Officer at the Foundation Fighting Blindness, and I'm here to talk to you about genetic testing and why it's so important to know your gene and know your mutation if you have been diagnosed with an inherited retinal degeneration. Besides the fact that knowing your gene and your mutation is very important for entering clinical trials, there are many other reasons to know your gene. Not the least of which is family planning. To know your gene is to know the inheritance pattern, and you can understand if you're going to have a family, how in fact this is going to impact your potential children. Is it going to be autosomal recessive, meaning both you and your mate need to have the same genetic testing done in order to understand would you pass on the variant genes to your children. If it's autosomal dominant, it's guaranteed that that gene defect would be passed on to your child, and therefore they would have an inherited retinal degeneration. And of course, if it's X-linked, the classic case of which is hemophilia in the British king system, royalty system, that means that it passes from mom to son and then son to daughter. So it really is important to know your gene and your mutation for that reason. In addition, a lot is known about the genes and the mutations with respect to severity in the inherited retinal degeneration as well as the progression of the retinal degeneration. And this provides you an opportunity to understand what sight you have, when you will be losing it, at what age, and at what the eventual outcome of the vision loss would be. Another really important point is if in fact you have a Usher gene that can lead to both deafness and blindness. And this again can tell you, and if you're planning a family, what it's going to mean for you or your future child with respect to hearing and vision. So this just tells you there are many reasons for genetic testing, and I just urge all people, if they can, to get a genetic test, because there are all of these different reasons besides just participating in a clinical trial to understand your gene, your mutation, so you fully understand your inherited retinal degeneration. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask us. We're happy to talk with you about this. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Have a good day.